Today I'm going to walk you through how to achieve an aesthetic body with these 10 exercises without lifting weights or using gym equipment. I get it, a lot of you have a lifestyle that doesn't allow you to be in the gym all the time. Going to the gym regularly is out of the question, and so is buying your own gym equipment. But truthfully, you don't have to stretch your budget to get an aesthetic body. Instead, your body weight will play a big role in this journey. Building lean muscle mass without weights and equipment is highly possible. Above all, it's a fantastic method of reaping other benefits like increased strength, improved flexibility and mobility, and reduced body fat, to name a few. Stay tuned until the end, and I'll tell you an expert tip that will boost your results and, more importantly, ensure that you won't face the dreadful fitness plateau. Number 1. Jump squat. 4 sets of 8 reps. Jump squat is one intense movement. Therefore, you may want to train on the grass or use padding, such as a rubber mat, to ease the stress on your knees. Start by standing with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart and hands by your sides. Get into a squat by sitting your hips back and bending your knees, lowering until your thighs are parallel to the floor. Keep your chest tall and core flexed. From the lowest point in your squat, squeeze your glutes, push through the balls of your feet, and extend your legs to jump off the floor. You can extend your arms by your sides while you're jumping if it feels comfortable. Softly land with your knees bent, immediately getting into the squat position to prepare for the next rep. Jump squats are a killer way of training your quads, glutes, and hamstrings. As for your upper body, the best exercise to get started is number 2, decline push-up. 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. This exercise entails raising your feet off the ground to make it harder to perform. I specifically like decline push-ups because they work my upper chest and front shoulders more than regular push-ups. Use a box, bench, or any sturdy piece of furniture to securely elevate your feet. To start, lower into a push-up position with your feet raised behind your head. Put your feet either in the middle of the bench or at the edge so that your body is elevated off the floor. Slowly lower yourself down to the ground until your chest almost touches the floor and you feel your muscles tense. Maintain this position for a second and then push up with your pecs, squeezing your chest on the way up to return to the starting position. Decline push-ups work the chest muscles but not the abs. One excellent way to target the abdominals is through V-ups, but more on that in a while. Number 3. Table row. 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Don't have a pull-up bar? Don't worry. You can use a sturdy table instead. Just make sure the table is strong enough to not break or turn over. Table rows are perfect for building a strong upper body and developing your muscles. To start, lay under the table with bent legs and feet planted on the floor. Grab the edge of the tabletop with both hands, slightly wider than shoulder width. Pull your body off the floor a bit. Lift your chest towards your head, and pull your shoulders back and towards your feet at the same time. Now, bend your arms, pulling your body up towards the tabletop. Pull yourself up to the tabletop as safely as possible. Straighten your arms again, and then lower your body back to the start position slowly and with control. Number 4, backward lunge. 3 sets of 10 reps per leg. Backward lunges are versatile and low impact. It's a good exercise for developing killer thighs and a strong rear end, putting you a step closer to your goal of having an aesthetic body. To do the backward lunge, start by standing tall with your feet hip distance apart. Take a large step backward and lower your body toward the floor. Your 2 legs should be bent at a 90 degrees angle at the bottom of the lunge. Rise back to start and repeat as many reps as desired. Like the backward lunge, this next squat variation, called single leg squat, is great for building an aesthetic body, specifically targeting your quads, glutes, and hamstrings. Number 5, single leg squat. 3 sets of 3 to 8 reps per leg. Also known as a pistol squat, this exercise is as impressive as it sounds and looks. It helps build your balance and flexibility, all the while strengthening your quads and other key running muscles. To do single leg squats, begin by standing on your right foot. Raise your left leg and hold it out straight and slightly in front of your torso. Alternatively, you could bend your knee and keep your left leg elevated. To start, you could put your arms by your side or out in front of you for balance. Keep your core engaged and your torso upright throughout the movement. Start pushing your hips back as you lower into a squat. Ideally, go low enough that your hips are parallel to the ground. Squeeze your glutes as you push into the right foot to stand back up. Try to keep your left leg up between reps. Number 6, VUPS. Sit-ups are good, but V-ups are even better and more challenging. Also known as a jackknife, this exercise will surely torture your abs. The correct V-up form makes your body appear like the letter V. To do it, start by lying on your back with your arms extended above your head, your legs straight, and your feet together. Point your toes and engage your core to lift your feet about 6 inches off the floor. Engage your core to simultaneously lift your torso and legs, forming a V shape with your body. Keep both your arms and legs straight. Keep engaging your core and slowly lower your body down to the floor. Make sure your arms are extended above your head, your legs are straight, and your feet are about 6 inches off the floor. Of course, there's no way. I'm going to leave out the classic plank exercise. A perfect plank modification for achieving your dream body is none other than the number 7, up-down plank. 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, the up-down plank is one of the best no-equipment exercises that gets you more bang for your buck. It targets more than one muscle group while accelerating your heart rate. To start, get into the plank position on an exercise mat. Keep your palms flat on the floor, arms straight, and hands beneath your shoulders. Brace your core as you drop your left elbow down to the ground, followed by your right. At this point, you should still be in a plank position with your elbows bearing your weight. Pause for a moment before pressing your left palm into the floor and rising back up to a high plank position. Part of building an aesthetic body is to cut down belly fat. Protein-rich diets are the best way to simultaneously lose fat and build muscle, but more about these meals is coming up in a bit. Number 8, reverse crunch. 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, the reverse crunch targets the entire length of the six-pack muscle, getting to the deep lower abs as well as the external obliques. Even still, it is a very safe exercise since the spine isn't put into flexion. To perform a reverse crunch, lie on your back with your hands by your sides. Lift your knees until your thighs and calves form a 90-degree angle and your calves are parallel to the floor. Now, lift your hips and bring your knees as far as you can toward your chest. Maintain this position before slowly returning to the starting position. Repeat for as many reps as desired. We can't have your lower back getting neglected, can we? To target that, perform this exercise too. Number 9, rotating side plank. Rotating side plank is a must-have exercise for stronger and more defined abs and obliques. It combines your standard side plank and a rotation into one move that will develop your balance, tone up your waist, and strengthen your core. Start by lying lengthwise along an exercise mat. Place your right forearm firmly on the floor with your elbow directly below your shoulder and your forearm parallel to the short edge of your mat. Extend both legs and raise your hips. Place your feet on top of each other, maintaining balance on your right arm. Slowly rotate your torso to open your chest and point your left hand toward the ceiling while keeping your spine neutral and your core engaged. Lower your hand to rotate towards the ground and reach your left hand under your torso towards the back edge of your mat. Unwind your torso to open your chest and point your left hand toward the ceiling again. One of the best things about planks is their variety. My favorite find is the rotating side plank. I love how much it burns. Comment your personal pick down below. Number 10, back extension. 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps back extension is an isolation exercise that primarily targets your lower back and can help with your overall body aesthetic goal. It's a low-impact exercise, yet still activates the same muscle groups that more intense movements do. To perform an equipment-free back extension, lie on your stomach in a comfortable and spacious area. Put your hands behind your head, linking your fingers together. Squeeze your shoulder blades hard, and then raise your chest off the floor by squeezing your glutes and contracting your lower back. Pause momentarily at the top of the movement while continuing to squeeze the lower back muscles. Slowly lower your chest back to the floor by releasing the contraction of your glutes and lower back. For those of you who stayed until the end, here's that secret tip of mine that will refine your overall workout program. Take advantage of progressive overload. Muscles grow when your body is challenged, but once your body adapts to your workout and gets comfortable with it, your muscles stop growing. This is where progressive overload sweeps in to save the day. In essence, progressive overload happens when there's increased stress placed on your body. It helps break down muscle fibers again and again, thus boosting muscle mass and ultimately pushing your muscular and skeletal systems to new extremes. Progressive overload can be implemented by increasing certain aspects of your workout, including the duration, the number of sets, the frequency, and/or the amount of weight being lifted. Progressive overload isn't just limited to resistance and strength training. I also apply this principle to my aerobic exercises like running and cycling. So if you think your body has become accustomed to the resistance of your workouts and is no longer showing significant benefits like before, then it's time to turn to progressive overload. Trust me, this is a guaranteed win for you. Now that you've nailed down the exercise part of the equation, it's time to tackle your new nutrition. You can exercise all you want, but the result won't be as noteworthy as when you include meal planning. We will cover the meal planning in our next video, so make sure you stay tuned. Thanks for watching.